Yeah, that was a very good show, and crowd was into it. There was this one guy though. I don't know if he's part of Top Guy Weekend or not. Just a big old feller, okay,
Yeah.
with a pink shirt.
Yeah, I know who it is.
You know who it is?
Moose.
Is that Moose?
That's Moose to Don.
Okay. So Moose, love you, buddy. Thank you for getting the front row ringside, but set the fuck down, okay? I kept thinking there are people behind this guy that wants to see, but he stood up the whole time, and it's not like he's really thin that you could look around him.
A mountain of a man.
Yeah,
Moose to Don. Fitting name for him. Very large.
yeah. So is he a top guy?
He is. He was at the Top Guy tussle this weekend for the get together and had a fun time.
Yeah, I know that was
I mean, everybody was asking where you were since you were just in town the night before.
okay. Here's what happens on nights that we tape Collision.
Yeah.
I got to go right back and do some work.
Yeah.
So I was pretty much busy most of the. I'm kind of like a on those days. I'm kind of like a doctor on call. It's like don't go anywhere because we may need you. And so I've got this text alarm on my phone from the producers in Nashville that build our show, and it's like it's reveille, right? Dun, 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 dun. So I'm afraid if I fall the fuck asleep, I'm going to miss something, and I got deadlines to get it in, and that happens mostly all day Friday and all day Saturday, and so I just really couldn't make it there. So and hey, so sure am sorry I missed it. Must have had a good time. So uh, tell me what was part of it.
Well, they had fantasy camp this year with Jerry Lynn rolling around with them.
Did they really?
Yeah, he put in, I don't know, 3 or 4 hour seminar and let them all get in there and taught them the basics. And then they broke up into groups and they had the wonderful Jeff Jarrett there. And they had, um, oh my gosh, I'm going to forget his name. Bill Barons, is that it?
Yeah.
And he was there, and Lash LaRue, Oodles of Doodles with Lash LaRoodles, as our buddy calls him. He was there, and they went over how to book a match. What are we going to do with everybody? They introduced the talent that we had, and then they let the top gals vote on it and put the card together.
That is so great.
And you're not going to believe it. Lash was on the panel, and he ended up being the mystery wrestler.
Of course
He got to
did.
wrestle, and he was on the booking committee. So you're not going to believe what Lash did.
He went over.
Not only in the opening match, but and in the closer.
Yeah.
I love he booked it, and Conrad said, "Let me get this straight, Lash. You're going over to start the show and then going over to end the show." Lash was like, "Yeah,
Yep.
only coming back with that stipulation."
As you do.
And luckily, he was going against our buddy Adam Priest, so that was an easy squash.
Yeah. Adam's pretty good, actually.
He's very good.
He's a pretty good wrestler. I think that the next time you have a booking session,
Yeah.
that you need to like book a card and then all of a sudden like draw a name out of the hat and say, "Oh, he missed his flight," or "Oh, he blew his knee out." You know what I'm saying? And make everybody scramble at the last minute. You see? And that's
That's a
kind
good
of
call.
yeah, that's kind of a part of booking. When you think you got everything down and the way you want it, something happens. Or oh, we just talked to him. He doesn't want to do the job. What the fuck? Really?
He doesn't want to do the job.
Oh God! What? So what does he have? What does he have an idea for he's finished? He ain't got anything. He just doesn't want to do the job. Okay, tell him we're going to send his ass fucking home. Man, tough job. Tough job. Hey, so we are going to watch Championship Wrestling. Enough about the current stuff.
Yeah.
We're going to watch Championship Wrestling. And this is WWF. And I already got people here on the chat wanted to know how to find that show. So with that in mind, let's ask Dave Silva, man about town, one of our great true friends, who probably did not show up to Top Guy Weekend because his wife wouldn't let him out of Texas.
True.
Dave, if you'll come on here or at least talk to us, one of the two, and tell us how we can find Championship Wrestling.
Well, hi, folks.
Hi,
Hey,
Dave.
buddy.
It's super simple. All you have to do is pull out your Peacock and go right up to the WWE Network.
Okay, click.
Scroll all the way down to the 80s flashback. You got to scroll.
Okay, I'm scrolling. Scroll. 80s flash. I got it. Click.
Saturday's main event. And then right next to it is WWE Championship Wrestling. Tap on that little bad boy.
Yeah, okay, this is right. This is like the second little box here.
Mhm.
WWE Championship Wrestling. Click.
Then head over to season 6.
Do I have to head there?
Well, you can use your finger.
Okay, good. Go over to season 6. Click.
And then it's episode 3.
Episode 3, season 6, episode 3 to Championship Wrestling. That is from February 2nd of 1980. Wow.
Amazing.
This is old school shit. So I would imagine in 1980, we're thinking that there's some Bob Backlund stuff going on there, or possibly, I don't know.
Bruno, maybe
Bruno.
some Bruno.
Whoa.
Maybe some Larry Zabisco.
Oh, for crying out
Tony
loud.
Atlas and all his delicious foot fetishes,
Yee.
primed and ready.
Yeah.
It's going to be great.
By the way, if you don't adjust your set, as they say, this is the Casio Kid, by the way.
Clone Rad Thompson.
Comrades. Hey, so Casio, how you still doing your podcast? How's your podcast going?
I have a couple podcasts on the network. I have Nick Patrick. I do every 2 weeks, mailbag with him.
Mhm.
And then the other weeks, I do a mailbag with Mr. Mike Chioda. So I get the ref handles.
Mhm.
And then I do a monthly show with Godfather, Mr. Charles Wright.
Wow, you're a busy guy.
Yep. And then we do quarterly or every other month with Lash LaRoodles. There's a lot going on.
Oh, you are a busy man. And I just do like one a week and bitch about it. So
But all yours are long.
yeah, mine are
She
long.
said.
That's what she said. Okay, so anyway, there you go, and there we are, and here we go. So, do you have all your notes, there, Cassia? Ready to go? I think we got a couple sponsors. You ready to break in with those?
I'm ready, man.
Okay. We used to like do it right, and like say we're going to pause and for a commercial and go 3, 2, 1. We're back, but Conrad just talks right through it. He's become a lazy shit, and I guess we depend on Dave to take care of it, right, Dave? Thanks, Dave. So anyway, you ready?
I'm ready as I'll ever be, I think.
Okay. Is James O'Corai with us here? He hasn't. Yeah. Wait. There he is. Where's James O'Corai? I thought I saw him. And the reason I'm asking if James is here, I know James was a little overserved at the show on Wednesday, last Wednesday. But I'm going to play one of his countdowns here. So normally the show runs about an hour to an hour and a half. But because we're going to play a James O'Corai countdown, it's probably going to be a 3-hour show now. So if you got, you ready?
If you start talking El Cry, you just know this song. It's so hard to say goodbye to El Cry.
I think the reason that James was overserved was because that Megan Nelson got him drunk at the show on Wednesday.
At AEW?
At night at AEW, yeah.
Yes, correct. I witnessed it. I
Yeah.
sat there and watched it happen. It was fun.
Yeah, she got those minors drunk. So there you go. Apparently. What am I saying? James is like 40 years old.
Yeah, he's a coal miner, not a miner.
Exactly. All right, here we go from the famous James O'Corai.
Tahone and Conrad, WHW Live. Tahone, oh, and Conrad, WHW Live. People dancing, hell, people laughing, and jokes about some penis. Dun, dun, dun. Singing Italian songs. You know what's funny about Chicago? That's actually the lyric to that song. But you know what my favorite lyric is? Well, it's hanging out with two of my best buds and having a fucking fantastic time with all of my WHW fam and, of course, the AFS fam. But hey, Tony and Conrad, I
Yeah.
think I've filibustered enough.
Yeah.
You know, got to keep this short and sweet.
Right.
And what better way to keep it short and sweet than a countdown? So I'm going to go ahead and get to it. Cue up your mouses, cue up your thumbs, because this is when the fun begins. In a 3, 2, 1, play.